All right, hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here. So it's finally here. Got my iPhone 17 Pro here. As you can tell by the packaging, I went with deep blue going off of the poll that I did on my channel. So in today's video, we're gonna do a simple video, guys. We're gonna do an unboxing, first impressions. Now I have deliberately stayed away from any iPhone in person so I can give that first experience with y'all as well, because I always love to share that initial experience with y'all. So we'll get it open, we'll talk about some of the key new features, and then obviously we'll let the floodgates open with case reviews and all that fun stuff as well. And big thank you to the video sponsor, TAC. I'll be talking about them here in just a bit. So first things first, packaging. So as you can see here, we have the picture of the device here, got the deep blue color. It's kind of raised up a little bit actually, which is kind of cool. Kind of gives it a little bit of a 3D feel. And then we have iPhone on the side here in a blue color, blue Apple logo there. And then the same on the side here. And then an Apple logo up at the top. And then just looking at it, it is 256 gigs. Which is awesome considering the original base model was 128 gigs. So yes, it is $100 more, but it is welcomed since you get double the storage. And as I just showed a second ago, completely sealed, have not broken that yet. So let's get this bad boy open. Okay, a little shake action here. Ah, man, just staring right at you. There it is. So we're gonna just get this out and put this to the side real quick, and then we'll check out what comes inside the packaging. So number one is we do have a braided cable, which is nice. So a white braided cable, USB-C to USB-C, as you can see there. Would have been nice if it was actually color matching. That would have been really cool if they sent like a blue one, but unfortunately it's just white, so I'll take that. And then let's see what else we get inside here. Literally, this is it. So it says iPhone, no longer need a physical SIM. And that's literally it, unless there's something in here, and it looks like there's nothing up there either. So the unboxing experience is pretty basic. So we'll close this back up. And here is the phone, and let's go ahead and get this off. So just like most of their phones, white cover here, little lightning bolt there for charging, and then of course camera control, power, volume up and down, and then our action button. So let's get this off. Voila. And just first impressions of holding it in my hands is it looks sick. I really like the kind of two-tone look. I wish I was bold enough to use a phone without a case, because this is a very beautiful color. Definitely the safer choice. I would have loved for it to been matte black, but I'll put a skin on at some point, I'm sure, because I don't know, I really wanted a matte black iPhone. But this blue is really cool. I was gonna do orange, but I just feel like I got tired of that, so I'm really digging this blue. Obviously we got this new ceramic shield backing here, which is gonna, you know, give it a little bit different feel and different two-tone color look there. The Apple logo is a little bit lower, so yeah, it might throw your OCD off a little bit. And then got this, I forget what they're calling it, plateau or something like that. But really digging that look too. Looks pretty cool. I really like that. And then on the sides here, we got the aluminum unibody frame. So we got our power button here, got our camera control button here. Now here in the United States, it's got the 5G thingy up there at the top, which from my understanding across the pond, they don't have that. A lot of antenna bands and all that, volume up and down. And then of course our action button there. And then as you can see here at the bottom, as usual, we have our USB-C charging port and our speakers. And then of course the new ceramic shield 2 on the front. So let's get it powered on real quick. There we go. And as it's powering on, one thing I do want to point out is that it is a little heavier feeling than my 16 Pro without a case. So is what it is. Yeah, I thought maybe with it being a unibody aluminum build that it would be a little lighter. And it does feel a little thicker, which is actually not a bad thing. but got it powered on there. So let's get this bad boy turned on. But before we jump into that, let's talk about the video sponsor, TAC. So TAC is known for making just impossibly thin cases. So this is their new premium case. I got it in their darker tone and their clear version here. And this is going to fit your iPhone perfectly. It's going to almost make it feel like there is no case on your phone. And so if you're interested in buying any of these cases, you can go to buyattack.com/Roy Flores and scoop these up. And that's how it looks with the deep blue, which I really, really like the darker color on the deep blue. And there's the cleared one installed. And I'm kind of digging the clear one a little more since the blue is shining through and you can kind of see the two-tone of the deep blue color, the Apple logo, kind of right there where the MagSafe rings meet up. But all in all, guys, just a very, very slim case, cutouts that match everything that you need to be able to use. So like I said, if you are interested in scooping up a TAC case, they do have these two for the premium. Then they have the standard case, and then they have a really cool one that's an Aramid Fiber Pro case that they have that's really sick looking. So big thanks to TAC for sponsoring this portion of the video. So let's get back to the iPhone. All right, so finally got everything set up for the most part. So as you can see here, things are still loading and all that good stuff. But one thing I wanted to point out is the temperature of the phone isn't as hot as my 16 Pro was during the whole transferring. So that might have something to do with the vapor chamber cooling system that it has now. And then also looking at the front of the phone, that anti-reflectiveness is definitely going hard on this 17 Pro, because compared to my 16 Pro, it was just like a mirror. And this one, it's definitely, I would say, probably doing maybe a third roughly of what I would normally get on glare. So I'm really, really happy about that. And then it does have Ceramic Shield 2 on the front and back. So initial impressions is that the Ceramic Shield feels very similar to how it did on my 16 Pro, which I've never been a huge fan of Ceramic Shield. I usually just put a tempered glass screen protector on it, and I like the way that that feels better, but to be determined as we go through the day. And then looking at the back, you got the new camera bump there. It's the plateau or whatever they're calling it, but it is housing the new triple camera 48 megapixel setup. So to be determined with some testing on how that does, but I am pretty excited to actually have a 48 megapixel telephoto lens instead of 12 like it had. And then of course it's got that 4X telephoto. Yeah, to be determined on how all that works out. And then it does also come with the new A19 Pro chip, and we do get 12 gigs of RAM versus the 8 gigs of RAM. But all in all, guys, just initial impressions is it feels good, looks good, and I'm really excited to test out this device and do more further testing for you. But there we go. First impressions is it's really, really positive. So far, this blue is really growing on me, and I'm glad I went with this choice versus orange that I was originally thinking. But if there's anything that you want me to test out, guys, then please do me a favor and comment down in the comments and let me know. But yeah, there we go. New 17 Pro in hand. Keep an eye out for some more videos for case reviews and all that. And once again, big thank you to TAC for sponsoring this video. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.